Hello, and welcome to Rediscover the T. This webinar is a self-paced tutorial on how people who gave up or thinking about giving up driving can find and access transportation services in their neighborhoods. The links in this slide deck can be found at the end of the webinar on the resource pages. Hi everyone, my name is Wyatt and I'm a professional travel trainer. My fellow travel trainers and I work with senior centers and the Council on Aging. And through these partnerships, we teach people about the many transportation options available in the greater Boston area. We've worked with thousands of individuals on how to use the MBTA transit system safely and independently. We understand that many of you have been lifelong drivers, and maybe you have never considered using the bus or subway. This webinar is a great opportunity for you to get an inside look on how easy it is to use the T. I hope that you enjoy this webinar. This webinar is a response to the most frequently asked questions we collected from older adults over time. In the next 25 minutes, you will learn about how to access stations and board a bus, how to ask for help, buy your fare, plan your trip using your phone, computer, tablet, or mobile device, how to ride a bus and connect to community transportation services if the bus, subway, or train does not directly go to your desired destination. Last but not least, I will direct you to resources that the Registry of Motor Vehicles put together to help you guide your driving retirement decision. Before we dive into the basics of riding the T, it's important to acknowledge that this year has been like no other. We at the T understand that people feel anxious about taking public transportation during the time of a pandemic. Safety is a T's #1 priority, and this video will highlight what the T has been doing to keep everyone safe and reminds us to wear face coverings and practice social distancing at stations and on board of vehicles. Daily updates on system safety are available on the T's website at www.mbta.com/COVID-19.
Welcome, riders. Some things may have changed since the last time you rode on the T, so we wanted to let you know how you can ride safer in this new reality. Face coverings are required to be worn in stations, at stops, and while riding on the T. Real-time crowding information is now available for most bus routes via mbta.com. Historical crowding data for the blue, orange, and red lines is also available via mbta.com. In the interest of public health, please board buses through the front door and exit at the rear, remembering to socially distance as possible while waiting for, boarding, and exiting the vehicle. Accessible entry and exiting from the front door are still available upon request. Please wear a face mask or cloth covering for the health and safety of your fellow riders. Maintain a safe distance from those around you throughout your travels when possible. Be sure to load your Charlie card or Charlie ticket before traveling to limit your interaction time with operators. We're still here to help you if you need anything, including if you forgot your face covering or need hand sanitizer. When using the elevator, please limit yourselves to one party per ride. When possible, maintain social distancing while waiting on platforms or at stops. Keep a safe distance from fellow riders when boarding or exiting a vehicle. Check your surroundings and give your fellow riders enough space while riding on the T. You're probably wondering what the MBTA is doing to protect riders and employees. In core stations, we're cleaning and disinfecting high contact areas every 4 hours. And we're disinfecting vehicles every night, as well as performing midday cleanings of touch points to help keep you safe. We continue to develop and test new, innovative ways to help you ride safer. Public health is a public responsibility. When you ride safer, you protect your health, the health of your fellow riders, and the health of essential workers, including MBTA employees. Together, we all need to do our part and ride safer. Learn more at mbta.com/ridesafer.
Boston is first for many things, including the first subway ride in 1897. From its humble beginning, today the T provides 1.3 million trips on a weekday across 176 cities and towns. This spider map might be familiar to you. It shows the main lines for subway, commuter rail, bus rapid transit, and ferry. The color coding of the lines on the map corresponds to the color of vehicles and signs at stations, as a picture of the green line trolley shows at Newton Center. On the T, you can get to most any place in Boston and far into its distant suburbs. Destinations include museums, restaurants, world-class medical facilities, universities, grocery stores, malls, parks, and beaches. The T has invested millions of dollars in the past decade to make stations and vehicles accessible for individuals with all types of abilities. We believe that true accessibility benefits everyone and makes our communities thrive. Every bus is a low-floor vehicle where people using mobility devices can get on board easily. Automated audio and visual announcements help individuals with sensory disabilities receive information about service real-time. Priority seating for older adults and individuals with disabilities are available on every vehicle and is clearly marked. There are benches available at every station and many bus stops. Elevators and escalators take people from street level to the platform at subway stations. The T has built dozens of new elevators in the past year. Now, elevator uptime is 99%. Employees are available at many stations throughout the system to assist with your questions or if asking for accommodation. More information about accessibility is provided on the T's website. We understand how important it is to get immediate assistance once you are in motion on the system. Customers have many ways to interact with our system, in person or via phone. The most important phone number to remember is the customer service hotline, 617-222-3200. The service center representatives answer your questions live every day of the week. You can also dial the elevator/escalator hotline, where up-to-the-minute information about down equipment is available by station. MBTA staff at stations or on board of vehicles answer your questions and assist if you need accommodation. Transit ambassadors wearing a red jacket or t-shirt with a T logo are part of the T's customer outreach program. They work at busy subway and bus stations. Ambassadors can assist with buying tickets and passes and advise you on the best way to get to your destination. If there is no MBTA staff nearby, there are call boxes located at stations throughout the system. Customers can speak directly to an employee at the control center who will assist immediately. If you see something suspicious or experience an emergency, say something and call Transit Police at 617-222-1212. As travel trainers, we get the most questions about how to get a Senior Charlie card. If you are 65 years of age or older, you can apply for a Senior Charlie card, and the card entitles you to reduced fare on every trip. Once you have the card, traveling becomes easy and convenient. You do not have to carry cash. Senior Charlie cards are issued by the Charlie Card store. Just show a valid government-issued ID and fill out an application. Store hours vary during the pandemic, but Tuesdays and Thursdays are reserved for older adults and people with a disability from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. You might be younger than 65 but have a disability. You can get a Transportation Access Pass, or TAP, that entitles you to the same discounted fare as a Senior Charlie card. You have to fill out an application and mail it to the Charlie Card store, or request one in person. Individuals who are legally blind travel for free on the T. They have to present a government-issued or a Mass Commission for the Blind ID card or certificate of blindness to receive a blind access card from the Charlie Card store. Once you received your Senior Charlie card or TAP card, you need to load funds onto your card to travel. You can load funds in 3 easy ways: at station vending machines, major credit cards, debit cards, and the MA Electronic Benefit Transfer Card are accepted. Vending machines are located throughout the system at every station in the lobby before the turnstile. Follow instructions on the machine. On board of buses or GL vehicles, only cash is accepted. The fare box is located on board of buses and Green Line trolleys. The T's friendly vehicle operators will help you in case you run into difficulty with payment. Online. The link on this slide will take you to the page where you can sign up and establish an electronic payment account with the T. From then on, you can add value to your card via computer or tablet at any time from the comfort of your home. On the next few slides, I will show you 3 easy ways to plan your trip. That is, you can find out which bus, subway, commuter rail line, or a combination of modes can take you to your desired destination. One option is the phone. The MBTA's Customer Service Center representatives are always happy to help you plan your trip. Please be prepared with information about your trip. That includes the address of your starting location, of your destination, date of travel, and departure time. If you require an accommodation while traveling, please let the customer service representative know. The second option for trip planning is Google Maps. You put in your starting point and destination. In this case, we are traveling from Logan Airport to the Museum of Science. You can also add your preferences for the time of day, when you would like to leave or get to your destination. And the results show up on the left-hand side of the screen as detailed route options. Those include modes you can choose from, when the next train arrives, travel time by mode, walking time, and total travel time. The right-hand side shows the map. There might be more than one option, and you can choose the one that is most convenient for you. The third option is the MBTA Trip Planner, or transit app using your computer, tablet, or phone. The trip planner allows you to put in your preferences for the trip. For example, you can specify that you are interested in the shortest time of travel, fewest transfers, least walking, or wheelchair accessibility. The trip planner also provides you with the total fare you have to pay for your trip. In addition to the transit app icon displayed in the right-hand corner of the slide, there's a variety of applications that help you buy commuter rail tickets, access schedules and service alerts for commuter rail, pay for parking, and report safety concerns to transit police. The list of MBTA-endorsed apps can be found at the web link above and are available for free to download in the Apple App Store for iPhones or in Google Play for Android phones. You planned out your trip, so let's get on board. The bus is the most popular mode of transportation on the T. 176 bus lines connect neighborhoods in Greater Boston with each other and offer service to several surrounding suburbs from Lynn to Lexington to Braintree. The first link on this page takes you to the bus guide and provides details about how to identify a bus stop, where to wait for the bus, how to pay your fare, how to signal to the driver to get off at your stop, lists rules and etiquettes on board, tells you what to do in case of an emergency, and more. Separate guides for the subway, commuter rail, and ferry can also be found under this link. If you are worried about the boarding and exiting process on the bus, need help with using the fare box, could use assistance with finding priority seating, or do not know how to alert the driver when you want to get off the bus, don't worry. Bus operators are professionally trained to respond to all reasonable requests for assisting during your journey. For more information, please check out the accessibility guide for the bus listed in the second bullet on this page. To improve the rider experience, the T is rolling out real-time vehicle arrival information at subway stations, Green Line stations, and bus stops throughout Greater Boston. Riders can find arrival information on many types of screens and panels. We show a countdown clock and an e-ink screen at 2 bus stops here. To see whether there is a sign at a bus stop near you, please visit the website on this slide. Bus crowding information is another new tool to improve the rider's experience and safety. This tool is especially valuable during the time of COVID-19 because the information allows people to make informed decisions about when they can ride safely with social distancing in mind. Crowding information is provided for a dozen bus routes for now. It is being rolled out for new lines on a continuous basis. Information about crowding is available on the T's website by bus route number, on e-ink panels, and in the transit app. The little icon depicting 3 people filled in with different colors indicate the level of crowding. 1 green icon indicates a bus that is not crowded. 2 orange icons indicate some crowding. And 3 red icons mean that the bus is crowded and that there is probably no room for social distancing. While this webinar is predominantly about riding the fixed route, that is, the bus, subway, trolley, and commuter rail that operate along a predetermined route and schedule, we should not forget about options for people who cannot ride the fixed route all or some of the time. For individuals with disabilities, the MBTA operates a door-to-door shared ride paratransit service called The Ride in 58 cities and towns. Hours of operation mirror operating hours of the fixed route system, generally from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day. ADA paratransit service functions as a safety net for people whose disabilities prevent them from using public transit all or some of the time. It is not intended to be a comprehensive system of transportation that meets all travel needs. The service is distinct from medical or human services transportation. Eligibility assessments are conducted by the Ride Eligibility Center. To set up an interview, call 617-333-2727 or email to the address above. Additional information about the interview process, fare schedule, and how the ride operates is available on the website on this page. And don't forget, the T's easy-to-use, accessible website offers you comprehensive information about all aspects of service. If you have questions and you prefer using the phone, the T customer service representatives stand by to answer your questions at 617-222-3200. Despite its extended reach, the T may not run in your hometown, does not go to your destination, or you may live miles from the nearest bus stop. In those cases, transportation service could be provided by a senior center or Council on Aging. Eligibility for the service varies, but older adults 60 and up and individuals with disabilities can reserve a ride 24 to 48 hours in advance. The service is door to door. You can ride to a grocery store, doctor's appointment, or other destinations of daily living. Check for service details in your town. Another option is a volunteer driver program, which is free of charge but does not run in every town of the greater Boston area. Find out about the availability of this service via the website. If your destination is outside the greater Boston area, 15 regional transit authorities provide bus service throughout the Commonwealth. You can also use taxi, Uber, or Lyft service to any destination where public and community transportation cannot take you. How to find your rides inside and outside of the T service area. Add Ride Match to your toolbox. It is an online inventory of all public and private transportation services available not just in the greater Boston area, but throughout the Commonwealth. You can check out how to get from Boston to Worcester or to Cape Cod without driving. The website lets you search by origin to destination or by town. You can choose from the resulting options and contact the provider directly with questions or log on to the provider's website for further information. Please remember you cannot reserve your ride directly on RideMatch, but will learn about your travel options and can contact the provider for more information. Before concluding this webinar, I would like to draw your attention to critical resources that the Registry of Motor Vehicles provides you and your family to make a decision about when it is time to retire from driving. It is a fact that most older adults are safe drivers and put self-imposed limits on their driving. For example, many older adults do not drive at night or during rush hour. But as we age, our medical condition and medication may impact critical driving skills and make us unsafe on the road. Most people outlive their safe driving ability by 7 to 10 years. I encourage you to check out the resources provided on the last pages of this webinar and have this critical conversation with your family while you are still in your prime driving ability, and create a plan. In Massachusetts, license holders who decide to give up the keys have an opportunity to surrender their active driver's license and receive a free Massachusetts ID card in exchange for the license. This can be done through the mail by completing a voluntary surrender affidavit and mailing it and the license to the Registry of Motor Vehicles Medical Affairs Division. For more information, visit mass.gov/RMV or call the RMV's Medical Affairs Division at 857-368-8020. Hello again. I hope this webinar was helpful in providing you with the tools needed to enjoy our great city of Boston and our rich transportation options. Public transportation is a way to keep active and healthy. It's a way for you to visit family, friends, and of course, to other destinations of your choice. Public transportation is your key to freedom and independence. If you have any questions regarding this webinar, or if you're interested in learning more, we at the T's Travel Instruction Program are here to help you as you transition from a driver to a safe and confident rider on public transit. Please contact us via phone, email, Facebook, or Twitter, and we'll be happy to schedule a one-on-one session with you. To arrange for a group session with us, please contact your local senior center. I hope to see you all on public transit.